Hello, everybody. The teams are in for tomorrow's practice match against the Pies. So in this video, we're going to talk a bit about that, give my reaction, and get your thoughts on some of the notable omissions and some of the notable selections. And then we'll also talk a little bit more about a very special collaboration that we've got going on with the Carlton Football Club and the Collingwood Football Club and our friend Swoop Luke. First and foremost, the teams are in. For those of you who I'm sure you have probably looked at the teams so far, and I'm sure you have probably noticed the same things that I have. But there were some murmurs around online recently around a few injured players which have been confirmed. The first of those is Dave Cunningham, who seems to have dislocated a shoulder. So the club confirmed that, and they basically, who knows how it happened. I saw the report from SEN, Sammy Edmund, I believe it was, around a wrestling situation that happened and kind of just dislocated his shoulder, and we'll see what happens with that. That's just, it is what it is. Who knows? It's funny. It was the first moment I remember talking about Cunners on Monday night as a player again, and we get this news, so it's unfortunate. We'll see what happens there. Mitch McGovern's probably the other one that is a notable omission. So it says that he received a knee to the back during match simulation. However, being on light duties, he has already returned to full training and he's expected to be available for the Sydney practice match. I remember not seeing him for a few weeks at training, so I guess they're just managing how the news comes out. Which, look, at this time of the year, they're training so hard. There's always going to be niggles and things of that nature, but there's a few players who are going to play in both sides. So that's Matt Kennedy, Lockie Plowman, Josh Honey, Chincotta, and Murkov. So they'll obviously be managed. Kennedy's an interesting one. I guess he's also being managed given that he had an injury towards the back end of last year. So that's a notable one. The thing that I noticed with those who are playing tomorrow, one of the first few things I noticed, no Paddy Dow whatsoever. Not named in either side from what I can see on this list here. So I'm not sure what's happening there. We know Zach Williams is out. Jack Martin and Caleb Marchbank continue to do their modified program and they're being managed and hopefully everything is okay. They're not going to play tomorrow. No Pito is the other one that I noticed. So I'm hoping everything's okay with him. We'll see what happens with that second practice match against the Swans. But yeah, I guess it puts a bit more of a spotlight on Tom De Koning to play in the ruck, and then Alex Murkov as well, who will play in both the AFL and the VFL. But I'm hoping everything's okay there with Pito. Pretty excited to see, George Hewitt back in the fold, playing in that one side. So he looks to be back to his best. Obviously disappointed to see Corey Durden won't be there. It says here that he has a hamstring issue, both him and Matt Owies. So hopefully they'll be back for the Sydney game. But yeah, look, it's exciting. Match simulation tomorrow. It's an 11 a.m. game. It's going to be hot. It's going to be very hot tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the turnout is. We'll see what that all means. Let me know if you picked up on anything else in the news that we received about the teams for tomorrow and whether or not you're doing your investigation online. It's always an interesting time. I think from what I can see here that the information around Cunningham and I think McGovern as well, that's been floating around online for the last couple of days, really the last week or so, especially with McGovern and his back. So, and I think when you look at certain aspects like the team photo day, I remember looking at it, not seeing Corey Durden, not seeing a few guys. So hopefully everything's okay. But as I said earlier, I mean, it's a brutal sport. You're going to pick up niggles. We just need, hopefully, some good luck. That's what we need. But yeah, I think to touch further on what we spoke about in the previous video, previewing the match, just looking for little signs of improvement. Like I said, there's going to be a bit of rust. I expect that for sure. So how are we going to be able to deal with that? And yeah, I won't be there. I've got my one of my best friends is getting married. I'm a groomsman in the wedding, so I've got duties all day. However, tomorrow we will be well represented. So you may have seen the announcement online. We are working together with the Carlton Football Club, the Collingwood Football Club, and Swoop Luke, and we're going to be doing fan cams after the game. They're going to be pre-recorded. So get down, go and check out Paul Sebastiani will be there representing the Blue Abroad fraternity and the Carlton fraternity. He'll be hosting fan cams, and they'll be filmed with Carlton Media, and obviously Swoop Luke with Collingwood. So a really cool and exciting opportunity to get some fan engagement going with the content creators that play their part to cover the game for all of us and give us more content that we all yearned for years ago. But now, I guess from the Carlton side of things, we have so much content now. We have so many creators, there's so many podcasts. We are spoilt, and I think we should take a moment to reflect on how far it's come, how far the entire little mini industry, we'll call it, has come. So that'll be fun. Go see Paul Sebastiani tomorrow. He'll be hosting, and we'll see how they all turn out. Fan cams will be here on the channel live tomorrow at 7 p.m. So for those of you who can't get to the game and want to catch up on all the news, that'll be on the channel tomorrow. Pommy will be hosting that with Lek Dog, so that'll be a lot of fun, and I look forward to it. So let me know in the comments though, what did you make of the team selection, and let me know if there's any other points that I've missed. It's getting closer. Looking forward to it. Go Blues.